Today we're taking a look at these NCAAB matches, which are happening on Tuesday, February 22, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Tennessee vs Missouri. T lost 4 of its last 5 games and 13 of the last 17, mainly because there's just no pop. It's not hitting from 3, it's cuffling to get to 40% from the field, and wasn't close to getting there in losses to Arkansas and Mississippi State, and it can't get 60 points lately. The Tigers, 10-17, 4-10, fell to Mississippi State 58-56 Sunday at home in for their 8th loss in their past 10 games. The Volunteers hit a season low in scoring against the Razorbacks as they turned the ball over 15 times and missed 20 of 24 shots from 3-point range. Tennessee guard Josiah Jordan-James fouled out after playing 31 minutes, and fellow guards Kennedy Chandler and Santiago Visconti each finished with 4 fouls. The Tigers aren't manufacturing points by getting to the line, they don't come up with enough steals and turnovers to get on the move, and rebounding isn't there to come up with second chance points. Other than that, everything is going great. Tennessee lost to Arkansas on Saturday, but other than that power outage the offense has been fine, the assists are there for easy points, and it shouldn't take much to get by. Our first pick is Tennessee to win. What is Missouri doing right? It's doing a great job at guarding the 3. The defense has its moments and isn't allowing a lot of offensive rebounds. It needs to keep the score low, and it has to take advantage of every possible scoring chance. Tennessee is coming off a 48-point outing against Arkansas when the shots weren't falling, and there was absolutely nothing happening from 3, hitting just 4 of its 24 tries, and that's where it starts. Missouri has to do what it does when it comes to guarding from the outside. Tennessee has occasionally gone dead cold on the road like in losses to LSU and Texas, and the Tigers have to force that. Our second pick is over the total. Michigan State vs Iowa. What's going wrong for Michigan State over this run of 4 losses in the last 5 games? It's not all that bad from the field, and the defense has been relatively solid. The Spartans still have the best 3-point defense in the Big Ten, there's a nice inside defensive presence, and the games haven't been getting out of hand. Not too long ago, Michigan State was ranked in the top 10 and led the Big Ten. Now, the slumping Spartans no longer hold a spot among the top 5 teams in the conference. A loser of 4 of its last 5 games, number 19 Michigan State will scrounge for a victory on Tuesday when it faces Iowa in Iowa City, Iowa. Iowa is doing a lot of things right, but it doesn't do enough on the defensive boards. Michigan State has to come strong on the offensive boards and get lots and lots of second chance points. Penn State was able to beat the Hawkeyes a few weeks ago with 52 rebounds and 14 on the offensive side. That was a 2-overtime game, though. Maryland was able to come up with 11 offensive boards, and Ohio State just got 11. Our first pick is Iowa to win. Can Michigan State do anything from 3? Iowa will have 70 points getting off the bus, and Michigan State can't just rely on coming up with a stop here and there. It has to play along, and it hasn't shown the ability to do that lately. The Spartans aren't going to dominate the rebounding margin like it needs to, and it's not going to get that one scoring burst needed after hanging around deep into the second half. During their nosedive, the Spartans, 18-8, 9-6 Big Ten, have lost on the road to Rutgers and Penn State as well as at home to Wisconsin and Illinois. Michigan State never held a lead in its 79-74 loss to the Fighting Illini on Saturday. The Spartans were within 2 points during crunch time, but couldn't finish off the comeback. Our second pick is over the total. Arkansas vs Florida. The number 23 ranked Arkansas Razorbacks visit Exactic Arena in Gainesville, Florida on Tuesday for NCAA showdown with the Florida Gators. Arkansas improved to 21-6 overall and 10-4 in SEC play following its 58-48 victory over Tennessee. The leading scorer for Arkansas was Jalen Williams with 13 points. The Razorbacks shot only 30.5% overall, but held Tennessee to 27.1% shooting. Arkansas has won 2 straight and 11 of the last 12. There was a blip against Alabama on the road last week, but other than that, the team has been on fire, winning 11 of its last 12 games with a new level of offensive power. The offensive rebounds are there when those aren't dropping. The defense has been amazing at stopping the three. No one's getting into a groove lately against this D, and Florida has one big problem. The Gators aren't good enough on the boards. J.D. Noddy is the leading scorer for Arkansas with an average of 18.5 points per game and is also the leader in assists with an average of 3.4 assists per game. Jalen Williams is the leading rebounder with an average of 9.6 rebounds per game. Arkansas has 4 players averaging double figures in scoring and as a team is scoring an average of 77.3 points per game while shooting 44.0% overall and 31.0% from three-point territory. Our first pick is Arkansas to win. Florida improved to 17-10 overall and 7-7 in SEC play following its 63-62 victory over the Auburn Tigers on Saturday. Tyree Appleby was the leading scorer for Florida with 26 points and scored 20 of those during the second half. Florida snapped a 2-game losing streak with the victory and the Gators have won 5 of the last 7. Florida is at home. The team is just 1-4 in the last 5 games away from Gainesville and it won its last 6 at home, including a 63-62 thriller over Auburn. No, this isn't the best shooting team, but it's been good from the outside at home. The ball movement has been great and there were a whole lot of steals in the last few wins. Arkansas needs to get on the move and it needs to generate easy baskets, considering it doesn't make threes, it takes them, but doesn't make them. Colin Castleton is leading Florida in scoring and rebounding with averages of 15.7 points and 9.1 rebounds per game, while Tyree Appleby is the second leading scorer and leader in assists with averages of 10.7 points and 3.7 assists per game. Florida has 3 players averaging double figures in scoring and as a team is scoring an average of 69.7 points per game while shooting 42.1% overall and 30.5% from three-point territory. Can Michigan State do anything from 3? Iowa will have 70 points getting off the bus and Michigan State can't just rely on coming up with a stop here and there. It has to play along and it hasn't shown the ability to do that lately. No 2 Southeastern Conference teams had better weekends that ended with fantastic results than number 23 Arkansas and Florida. Now they get to face each other. In another crucial week of SEC play, the Razorbacks, 21-6-10-4 SEC, will play Tuesday in Gainesville, Florida, where they will face the Gators, 17-10, 7-7, for the only time this regular season. On a Saturday when 3 of the conference's top 25 squads suffered defeats, Arkansas and Florida were on the winning side of 2 of them. For the Razorbacks, their 58-48 win over Tennessee marked the second time in 4 games that coach Eric Musselman's crew rocked a ranked SEC foe. The Spartans aren't going to dominate the rebounding margin like it needs to, and it's not going to get that one scoring burst needed after hanging around deep into the second half. Our second pick is under 138. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.